Hi, I'm James, and today I will be telling you about the Aztecs and the Incas. The Aztecs and Incas were both located in the Americas, more specifically, the Aztecs in Mexico and the Incas in the Andes Mountain. The Incas lasted from the early 15th century to the late 1500s, the Aztecs from the 13th century to the mid 1500s, both falling to Spanish conquistadors. Both civilizations were extremely advanced for their time. The Aztecs built magnificent ceremonial temples and pyramids. They also cultivated and farmed land that most people would have given up on. And obviously, the Aztecs' biggest and most well-known achievement was Tenochtitlan. The Incas created massive highway systems that helped them access their even more impressive irrigation systems. These systems, like the Aztecs, were built in an unlikely place, the side of a mountain. I'll now let Mason describe to you the main aspects of these civilizations.
Hey, I'm Mason, and I'm going to be talking about Aztec and Inca government. The Aztecs were politically ruled by an emperor whose main job was to lead in military campaigns. The Aztec leader, who was called a Huitlacoani, felt he was appointed by the gods and had the right to rule. Aztec warriors made small attacks on surrounding peoples who would later be sacrificed for gods. The Aztec reign was fueled by fear. On the other hand, the Inca government was a full-blown monarchy. The Sapa Inca had ultimate rule over the government. He was not bound by law and could do virtually anything. The Incas conquered vast territory and tried to establish a relationship by offering many gifts to ensure loyalty to the Inca Empire. Incas promised peace amongst their citizens. Severe justice would be held if a crime was committed. To summarize, Aztecs conquered for the sacrifice to please gods, while Incas conquered to expand their vast empire. Incas promoted peace, but were ruthless when necessary. But Aztecs were nomadic barbarous people. Both had a form of monarchy who ruled over the empire's leading military conquests.
All right, now we will be talking about the Incan roads spanning across 40,000 kilometers. It crosses the entire Inca territory through mountains, cliffs, and valleys. It's gigantic. It's enough to go to California over and to New York 8 different times and more. The roads were also very, very well made. These roads had many uses. For instance, politics. If the emperor died and they needed somebody else and no one knows, bam, just use the roads. Everybody will know in no time. Just in a few days, boom, they know who's the new boss. The roads were also very useful to let the king have what he wants. If he wants a new book or something, boom, 2 days, he already has the book. If he wants a great meal with fish and grapes, they can just send a courier there. About in roughly 3 days, he already has his food. Maybe even if the king has some rebellion starting in a different place, he can just hook one of his armies there, and they're just gonna travel around, and boom, the rebellion's gone, over. Also, these roads made it really easy to spread their religion after conquering place to place to place to place. Just sending a few people, now they understand who's in charge, who's the sun god, and bam. This is super useful when you want to conquer everything. Anyways, that's all we're talking about today. Thank you for coming by.